Hello everybody and welcome to my tutorial. In this tutorial, we'll be learning on how to use Codeigniter, Ajax, and MySQL, and also jQuery to create your own web application. So right now, I have downloaded the Codeigniter file, okay? I have extracted it already, and let's just cut it, okay? So for the Ubuntu users, just go to var www html folder, and then I have created a folder here named codeigniter-jQuery, and then I will be pasting the files that were extracted. Okay, looks good to me. So right now, let us open that folder in our Visual Studio Code. So if you're using a different IDE, it's fine, but I'm using, my preference is VS Code. Okay, so right now I will be showing you on how to configure Codeigniter. So actually the first video is how to configure Codeigniter. Okay, so right now let's go to our config.php file located in the config folder, right? And then we will be removing this one, right? Index.php. We don't need that. Okay, done. Next, we need to go to the autoload files, right? And then actually in the autoload files, we need to load the libraries needed. So we need a library for the database, and also we need to load the library for the URL as well, right? And then the helper files, we need to load form and URL as well. So autoload.php done. I will be showing you on how to configure the database. Okay, so it's on the database.php file. Okay, so right now, if you have a credentials for your database, just put it here. Okay, so mine is, I have a username named CI, password named CI. Okay, so let's go ahead and create a database for it. Okay, so localhost phpMyAdmin. Sorry about that. Okay, so code, let's create a new database, right? Codeigniter. Okay, looks good to me. And then actually, let's create the tables. Okay, so what will I be doing is a table for uh, names. So let's just write names. Okay, and we actually need three columns. Okay, okay, so text full name, text ID, sorry, text name ID, and then set it as an auto increment. Okay, text full name, set it as text. Okay, and then text status. Okay, okay, looks good to me, right? Let's go back to our folder. So the name of the database is Codeigniter, right? Okay, that's good. If you already have the credentials, just provide it here. Okay, and the database that we will be using is named Codeigniter. Okay, nice. So I will be teaching you guys just the basics of MVC, right? So actually, the Codeigniter uses the MVC architecture. So it's model, view, controller. Okay, the controllers folder is located here, right? Models folder is located here, and the views folder is here. So how do we explain MVC? So if a user goes to a website, right? The first thing that it goes through technically is a controller. So if somebody visits, for example, youtube.com, right? The server calls a controller, right? It's the first thing to appear, and the controller uh, gets for a certain view. So the view is what the user can see. So if the user visits youtube.com, of course, the controller gets the page that is set onto the controller, right? If that doesn't make sense, don't worry about it. I will be explaining on how things happen in the MVC structure as we go on, right? And if somebody, for example, creates an account or submits a form in youtube.com, the controller calls a certain model, because in a model, the model is the container for databases, for database interaction. So it's create, read, update, delete. Everything is on the model, right? So basically, controller is for functions, the logic of your system. The views is what the user can see, and the models for all the database integrations, right? Okay. So right now, let's just create a views index.php file in the views. Okay. Okay. So what I want to do here is just delete this. We don't need this, and then create a boilerplate right here, right? So you just copy this one, and you don't need to type this by yourself. Okay. So let's go to Bootstrap, because we need this. We need it in the jQuery as well. Excuse me. I'll be copying this one here to load the Bootstrap files, and this one as well. We'll be using the non-minified version of jQuery. Okay, looks good to me. So if we let's put a hello world here. Okay, and we don't need this actually. Let's just delete this. Okay, and then let's go to the folder. Right? It doesn't. It can't. The file doesn't load. Okay. Let's just check what happened here. We need to create a controller for it. Okay. So what we need to do is we need to go to the controllers folder and copy this, right? And then create a new controller named ci.php. Okay, let's just rename this. Okay, and then this controller, as I have said earlier, will load a file named index, which is this one. Okay, let's go to the routes as well. So if our user went to our system for the first time, he should be redirected to a controller named CI, and a CI controller will load the index.php located here in the views folder. So it will locate this. So it will reload this one. Okay. Let's just check. So the thing is, we have mistyped this one. It should be session. I am very sorry about this. Okay, so right now if you went back to our page, right? Hello world displays. So that is for the first video on how to set up Codeigniter. I hope that you like this. The next video will have I will be explaining on how to set up the backend for it. We'll be creating API as well. And the third video will be setting up everything, Ajax, Frontend. So I hope you guys like this video, and if you like this, please like and share, right? And thank you very much for watching my video. I'm Lawrence, and have a good day ahead. Thank you.